Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week and the fans are pouring into the stadium. The tension palpable. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live here on EA TV. Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray and joining me here on the commentary box is Lee Dixon. And we have group stage action from the Cup coming up for you. I certainly can't wait for this, Lee.
Yeah, it's important you're consistent throughout these group stages. You can't afford any slip-ups, no drop points. As before you know it, you're out the running. Anticipating a really good game today, Derek. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
Alexander Sørloth. And a very good challenge. Well, they no longer have the ball. Chance to cross. Patrick Berg. It's with Melling. And after the cross, a tremendous block. Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow. Lee, what do you think we'll see from him?
Well, he plays the game as if the ball's his own. He lends it to other players. He's the glue between the team, between the different departments of the team, and he links everything together.
Maradona! And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here.
Well, I can tell you, Derek, when I got into this position, it was panic stations. Hit it as hard as you can. But that's a lovely, lovely controlled finish. In step, in the goal.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Pele. He's in behind. And a goal! The quick 1-2! And they've turned this game on its head.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish.
Well, a second goal for them here. Alexander Sørloth. Could play it in. However, a well thought out piece of defending. Corner kick played in. But it can't get through.
The visitors are struggling with possession, really, but on the break they've been devastating. The pace really hurts defences. They've been electric when they've had the ball.
Opportunity to deliver the cross. Needs to clear it away. Pele threading it through. Maradona! Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Mateus, teammate and support. And in! Oh, yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, here it is again. Lovely disguise on the cross. The pullback catches out the defenders, and it's a dream of a strike. Lovely languid style. What a goal.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Pele. Pele. Prepared to take on the shot. Well, the keeper wanted to take it cleanly and did. Berg. Stefan Strandberg. Couldn't keep it. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. He's in with a chance. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here's the replay. He didn't panic, did he? Decent strike, good technique, bread and butter strike, really, but it's in the back of the net.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we? And so it is, the first half still. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Pele. And Mateus has it. And on to Cantona. Ruud Gullit. And Pele on the ball. Crisp tackling. Holland. Running with the ball confidently. Electing to cross into the centre. Maldini getting it away. How about that for a pass from Diego Maradona? Great opportunity. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and once he gets himself settled with the keeper to beat, he hammers it into the back of the net. Smashing goal.
Oh my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass. That's wonderful vision from Pele. Well, he saw the whites of the keeper's eyes and the whites of his outstretched gloves. Great goalkeeping.
Well, he's denied a certain goal there. Great reflexes from the keeper.
Every goalkeeper would expect to catch that one.
Well, how many goals are we going to get? The chances are just coming thick and fast. Defensively, they're all over the place. Can they make them pay a little bit more? It looks like they can.
Has eyes for goal. Couldn't grab hold of it. Well, no damage done.
Derek, I still can't believe that didn't go in. What a save.
Virgo Solberg Melling. Well, they're moving the ball neatly enough. Just looking for that decisive pass. Dangerous looking attack. In position. And a goal here. There it is. They've done it. A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Baresi. Now with Maldini. Now Fabio Cannavaro. And on to Cantona. And Maradona has it. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Zinedine Zidane. Maradona. Long way out this. Well, not quite the result he was hoping for with that shot. Close though. Patrick Berg. Martin Lines. Haaland. King. On to Haaland. Well, body in the way. Maradona. Opportunity here. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
Well, when he's in this sort of mood, he's absolutely unstoppable. What a performance. Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely, quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
And 5 minutes to go. It's still there for him. Oh, surely. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Splendid ball from Pele. Maradona through on goal. Well, they can say a big thank you to the goalkeeper. That was inspirational.
Well, that's as good as a goal at the other end. Brilliant save from the keeper.
And that's it for tonight. Full time and an encouraging start for them. 3 points from their initial fixture lead.
Well, it's everything you want.
All eyes on one man following a hat-trick. Does he have another big performance in him this time? Stay with us on EA TV. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray here on the commentary position, joined by Lee Dixon. And we have group stage action from the Cup coming up for you. This should be high intensity stuff, Lee.
Yeah, Derek, thanks. Well, it was a great start to the group stage for both teams, wasn't it? 3 points on match day 1. So today could be telling in terms of who's going to boss this group. Should be a good game. I'm really looking forward to it.
Maradona. Maradona! Well, the bar can be the goalkeeper's best friend. Is it going to be? The importance of that tackle cannot be overstated.
Well, it was so close there, Derek, to taking the lead. Just can't believe that the woodwork saved the goalkeeper on that occasion.
Suchek. Tomasz Holisz. Moving it forward. Now he must favour the cross. Dangerous looking attack. Pass after pass, keeping their opponents moving. And he takes it on. Able to get his body in the way. Well, that is a defender's job to come to the rescue. A good looking move. Well, you never quite know who's going to emerge from the shadows and become a match winner, but this man might be a decent shout. Maradona! Almost unbelievably, he's kept it out.
Well, I'm not sure how he's reached that. Just look at the stretch on that. A brilliant save.
Oh, from miles out, he's done it! How about that for a pure strike? Terrific technique. Wondrous.
Well, here we can see it again, and he's hit it hard, hasn't he? He's hit it really early too. I think he just caught the keeper off guard. Stunning strike, though.
Well, let's have another view of that goal. One 0 then. Vidra. Suchek. Can they find a gap in the defence? Masopust. But it can't get all the way through. Fisted away by Schmeichel. That's wonderful vision from Pele. Can he put it away? And another one! 2 quick goals! Will it turn out to be the two-punch knockout?
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish.
Perfectly positioned to take it away. Oh, nice ball. This looks promising. And a useful cross. Cleared away, Cannavaro.
The hosts really haven't had too much of the ball, but when they've had the ball, they...
Oh, big chance! Ball is loose. And they can't quite take advantage in the end. Yankto. Good challenge from Cantona. And in with a real chance. And throwing himself at the ball. Playing it short. Pele. But it can't get through. Rudhulit. Well, when you sit off like this, you invite pressure. Well, that's not going to help the cause, an effort like that, Lee.
Well, sometimes you can just get a little bit too cute, put your head down, put your laces through the ball and strike it.
Useful looking position, you've got to say. And he takes on the shot, and foiled only by the crossbar. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is... The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Souček. On high marks for that pass. It needs an accurate cross. Went in strongly, decisively. Eric Cantona. Pele. And Mateus has it. And offside all the way. Well, he's given us away. Antonin Barak. I must say, this looks promising. Chance to cross. Fruitful looking attack. Cross could be useful. Losing possession here. Brilliant piece of skill. Vidra. Really fine initial touch. Targets available, cross comes in. Just unable to take advantage of that developing situation. Good pressure high up the pitch. Now he must favour the cross. Smuggled away. Could be a chance to break here.
The visitors have totally controlled possession, but it's just whether they can convert that possession into clear-cut chances. You sense...
And they could get one back here. Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper. Played into the centre of the box. Well cleared away. And perhaps a bit fortunate not to be shown the yellow card. Different story next time, no doubt. And the keeper grabbing hold of that free kick. Can they get in behind them? Real chance. There it is! A goal to reduce the arrears and give them hope that they can turn this round. Well, 2-1 it is here. And they are on the move again. Could play it in. Careless in possession. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. A fine block. And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Well, that's how to break the spirit of the attacker. Filip Novak. Gullit.
Well, the crowd are reacting to this effort the players are putting in. They just need to keep their concentration and the game should be theirs.
Lost possession. And he takes it away. Tremendous block. Really getting stuck in defensively. Antonin Barak. And it's with Tomasz Souček. They are making headway, but really they need a goal with time not on their side. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Real chance. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Well, having been awarded the corner, they'll no doubt look to put the issue beyond all doubt. Pelé! And good work to deny the chance. Behind for another corner. Can they cash in? And taken short. It's Pelé! Oh, so near, off the post. So, the full-time whistle, and another 3 points in the bag to add. The cameras are fixed to one man, the competition's top marksman. Stay with us on EA TV as he tries for more. And hello everyone, a warm welcome from South Wales. We find ourselves at the Cardiff City Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me here on the commentary box for complete coverage is Lee Dixon. And what we've got coming up for you is group stage action from the Cup. And what a game this promises to be, Lee.
Yeah, Derek, thanks. You can't really go on and win tournaments unless you're consistent in the group stages. Very important you don't drop points. Looking forward to this one.
Now they've lost it. Ramsey. So it's going to be a goal kick here. Well, who will be the player to decide the outcome, to determine the course of events? No reason at all why it won't be this man. Well, the shot had just a bit too much elevation. Oh, big chance. Gives it a go. It's still alive. An unforced error, you've got to say.
Well, the fans know they were lucky not to be behind there. They can't keep conceding chances like that.
Possession lost, intercepted. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. And Zidane in the way. Smith. And Ramsey. Oh, it might be. And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely. The opening goal of the game then. Not a very good challenge, and he skips past his man. Well, straight at the goalkeeper then. Long way out this. Every goalkeeper would expect to catch that one. Chris Mepham. Got attacking possibilities. Maradona! Tremendous block. Another perfect position to read it. Maradona. Careless in possession. Chris Mepham. Almost weighing up the opposition with a string of neat passes. Ramsey. And showing fine vision. Just unable to take advantage of that developing situation. A chopping challenge, and the referee has got to have a big think about it. Pelé. Strong but fair tackle. One minute. Oh, in with a chance. And a goal! Real excitement here. The equaliser.
Well, let's look at this again. Magical football on the break. Surprise is the key. And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely...
The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Zinedine Zidane. Gullit has it. Maradona. Well, he's allowed his opponent to get past him. Still passing it around with authority. Gullit. Gullit! Oh, a good diving save. They take it short. Well, he's keen on cutting in. And a goal! He was composure personified, and he's done his job from the spot. Well, 2-1 it is here. Threaded through effortlessly by Maradona. Now veering in field. Well, great read there to intercept.
The hosts have had the lion's share of possession. However, after that, the coach will be disappointed with what they produced. They need to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal.
Diego Maradona. Oh, he's found the net. And that increases the advantage to 2. Just what they wanted and just what they deserve. Well, it's a tale of 4 goals in this match now. 3-1 it is. Chris Mepham. Joe Rodon. And it's Connor Roberts. Or can they prize them open now? Diego Maradona. And they need to get tighter. Maradona! A goal! They're absolutely racing away with this. 3 to the good now. Well, not too much defending going on in the grand scheme of things. 4-1. Davis. Well, Not there to intercept. We're now inside the final 20 minutes of the game. And a throw-in forthcoming. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Pelé. And he's made headway. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick.
Well, when he's in this sort of mood, he's absolutely unstoppable. What a performance.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Brooks. Ramsey has it. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. Maradona. Smith. Just 10 minutes to go. Well, he could really get at the opposition. Good effort here! Simple save, really. Well, the attack looks promising. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity. The referee has given a corner. Played into the centre of the box. But the keeper takes command. Smith. Bale. Brooks. Smith. Bale. And still looking for space, but it can't get through. Gets in the way once more. And the referee decides that that will be the last. The man of the moment. A hat-trick in his last game. Will he prosper once more? We'll have the action on EA TV. And good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. I'm Derek Ray, and with me here on the commentary position is Lee Dixon. And we have group stage action from the Cup coming up for you. Every reason to believe this will be exciting, Lee.
Yeah, Derek, thanks. You can't really go on and win tournaments unless you're consistent in the group stages. Very important you don't drop points. Looking forward to this one.
Arangues. Well, they keep passing away. Looked as though they meant business, but now they've got to try again. Maradona has the vision. And a goal to open the scoring. A very bright start to this one.
Well, let's see the replay and look at the pace at which the counter-attack happens. And then through on goal, do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
1-0 then. Really a very poor ball. Now, let's see what they can do here. And the goalkeeper covered a lot of ground to push that away from danger. It'll be a corner. Over it comes. In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion and looking very comfortable here. So 2-0 now. Jose Pedro Fuenzalida. The intervention from Zidane. Maradona takes the shot. Can they stop it going in? Well, he went strongly into the challenge, and the result is a throw-in. And off the crossbar with that effort. Rather unfortunate.
Well, it's a decent effort. Sometimes you're taught by coaches to aim high over the goalkeeper. That time just hits the crossbar.
Well, that is how to run at defend. Opportunity it is. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net. Diego Maradona. Oh, in with a chance. Will he finish? In it goes! Well, it's one goal after another. A highly impressive performance.
Well, this is worth another look, Derek. Lovely movement and guile to easily evade the defender. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish.
Vegas. Diaz. Aranguiz. Can he play it in? Well, doesn't get away with it. Free kick given. And deep into the penalty area. It is a decent looking attack here. And a goal kick given. A complete miscue by the goalkeeper. Will there be a price to pay? There to win it back. Reyes. Danger averted. Pelé. Vidal. I must say this looks promising. Charles Aranguiz. Able to get his body in the way. Happy to take on the shot. And the referee has given them a corner. And now the delivery. Attending to his defensive chores. It looks promising. And here's Aranguiz. And space for the cross. How can he find someone at the far post? Well, the cross was acceptable, but no one there to thump it home. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is half-time here. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Diaz. Aranguiz. Now here's Arturo Vidal. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Vidal. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined. Well, it's a tale of 4 goals in this match now. 3-1 it is. Diaz.
The visitors' possession stats are brilliant, but after that it's been really disappointing. Players are looking at each other. You've got to take control, you've got to take responsibility yourself. Make something happen in this game.
Maradona. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day. Goals in plentiful supply. 4-1 currently. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Vision in abundance from Gullit. Well, wasted opportunity here. Would have been a decent chance, but offside the verdict. Pele. Pele! A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, when we see this again, it is a wonderful effort, a solo effort. Got to question the defenders. They just back off him, and he takes full advantage.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Pele. Not a particularly strong challenge. Can they cover up? It is to be a throw-in. Just going to be a double substitution. Lothar Matthäus. But it can't get all the way through. Oh, good strike! And the shot was always rising. Goal kick. At times you think he has a sixth sense, Arturo Vidal. Making excellent progress with the ball at his feet. Well, he just let his opponent glide by. Well, he couldn't worry the keeper with that effort. Could be a chance to break here. And he's in. Surely. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, let's look at this again. Magical football on the break. Surprise is the key. And he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
Well, if there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed. Claudio Baeza. Aranguis. Baeza. Reyes on the ball. Regained possession. And 5 minutes to go. Felipe Mora. Magnificent reader of the game, Franco Baresi. Possession changing hands. Medel. What can he do from here? Now Vidal. Not showing good defensive judgment. And they do like to press whenever they can. Pele. And there goes the final whistle. The story has been written and told, and it's a happy story for the home fans. 3 points for them. Our cameras on one man. Following a hat-trick, does he have another big performance in him this time? Stay with us on EA TV. Well, just the sort of weather the fans were hoping for this evening. It's absolutely ideal. My name is Derek Ray. With me in the commentary position is the Arsenal legend Lee Dixon. And what we've got coming up for you is group stage action from the Cup. Really looking forward to this one, Lee.
Yeah, it's important you're consistent throughout these group stages. You can't afford any slip-ups, no drop points. As before you know it, you're out the running. Anticipating a really good game today, Derek. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
Real chance. And danger still. Pelé! Oh, that is a goal from long range. He won't soon forget. Absolutely right out of the top drawer.
Let's have a look at this replay. Caught the keeper on his heels, and this is why. Short back lift, great strike, takes everybody by surprise.
1-0 then. Flores, Alvarez, Arabe, getting forward, Alejandro Chumacero, and he successfully got past him, and it's still on, and the cross smuggled away.
Wow, Derek, just listen to that noise. The crowd realise they won't get too many chances like this.
Played into the centre of the box. Great chance with that header. But he sent it wide of the post.
Well, it's quite easy to head that one over the bar. This time he just gets his angles wrong, just past the post.
Maradona. And a decent delivery. Oh, that is a majestic goal! Volleyed home with precision and style. Superbly done.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely ball into the box. And then he does well to read the flight of the ball, doesn't he? Just cushions it beyond the keeper in the end. And that seems to catch him off guard. Nice finish.
So 2-0 now. Arce. Alvarez. Arabe. Alejandro Chumacero. And the interception from Mateus. It might be perfectly set up for the counter-attack, you know. Opportunity it is. In it goes! A 3-goal cushion. This is astonishing stuff.
Well, here it is again. It's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
Well, we're underway again, and this game was finished as a contest a long time ago. Diego Maradona. Untidy in possession. It is a decent looking attack here. Maradona! Well, flinging himself at it. Short corner it is. Desai! Well, somehow the goalkeeper got to it. And the short option preferred. Pelé! And able to close down the shot. And he finds the net. No difficulties encountered.
Well, here's the replay. It's the perfect penalty. Keeper's gone the right way, but 3 goals wouldn't stop that one up there.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Flores. Alejandro Chumacero. Can they find a gap in the defence? Maldini doing his job defensively. There to take it away. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? He's in with a chance. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance. The ball rolling again in what has been an utterly one-sided match. Alejandro Chumacero. And there to intervene. Well, in terms of added time, a minimum of 1 minute. Well, they no longer have the ball. So the whistle then. We're up. The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Mateus. And Pele on the ball. Not the best challenge, free kick. Well, the referee won't be quite as lenient next time. Got to tread more carefully. Not out of the woods yet. Well, that's the end of that for now.
Well, Derek, the floodgates are open. How many goals are they going to score? They've created so many chances. If they put half of them away, it could be a cricket score.
Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Flores. Oscar Ribera. Read it well. The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. And still danger here. Now slight and a long way out. Well, the shot had just a bit too much elevation. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Read it superbly to take back possession. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Now, let's see what they can do here. Can he put it away? Well, it was never going to worry the keeper.
Well, no wonder he's looking a little bit sheepishly at his teammates. Head in a hand sort of moment.
And they're making a change. Theme emerging of wasted possession. Running with the ball confidently. Will he play it in? Easy meat for Schmeichel. Luis Figo. Mateus. And Maradona has it. Figo. Long way out. Oh, goodness me, off the post. "15 minutes remaining. Arce. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Can they hit on the break? Defenders need to cover. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let-up here. It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Sanchez. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. And a significant block following that cross. So a corner kick it'll be following the deflection. And now the delivery. Played towards the back post. Oh, he really bruised the crossbar. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. Terrific block there. Corner kick played in. Well, as a defender, that will sit you down to the ground. The corner kicks keep on coming. Over it comes. Punched away by Peter Schmeichel. In it goes at the second time of asking. But the goalkeeper won't be proud of that moment. Shielding the ball superbly. Takes on the shot. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping. Well, there goes the final whistle, and it's all gone to plan for the visiting fans. 3 points for them.
Well, Derry, that was a...
Our cameras on one man. 4 goals last time out. Can he light up the stage again? Don't go anywhere. This is EA TV. Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray, and with me here on the commentary position is Lee Dixon. And we have group stage action from the Cup coming up for you. Every reason to believe this will be exciting, Lee.
Yeah, it's important you're consistent throughout these group stages. You can't afford any slip-ups, no drop points. As before you know it, you're out the running. Anticipating a really good game today, Derek. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
Firing it towards goal! Oh, my goodness! What an outrageous hit! I can't believe he took it on from there, and neither can the goalkeeper. So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Well, they know they need to stop him. Well, the pass not finding its target. Stanciu. Razvan Marin. Nikolai Stanciu. Wonderful all-round defending from Essien. Pele threading it through. Dalglish has a go. And it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely quick counter-attack that sets up the chance. And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
It's going their way, 2-0. Camora. Playing with purpose and control. Well, good clean catch by the keeper. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. And lining it up. Not too fussy in clearing his lines. Nikolai Stanciu. It's opening up for them. Well, he did his job defensively.
The hosts really haven't had too much of the ball, but on the break...
He's in with a chance. A goal! They're absolutely racing away with this. 3 to the good now. Well, you've got to say, an incredible first-half performance. That scoreline tells you all you need to know. Essien. Plays it back. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick.
Well, here's the replay. That pull-back cross is so hard to defend against. And the thunderous strike to beat the keeper hands down is absolutely brilliant.
A lopsided contest, 4-0. Popescu. Well, far from the ideal pass. Marin. Alin Toshka. Kesheru. Well, he had to read it and get there, and did. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Played into the centre of the box. And did his job defensively. That's not a bad ball. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Tremendous block. Options in the middle. That is that for the first half here. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Well, not the greatest pass, easily intercepted. Toshka. Kesheru. Good-looking sequence. And teammates to play it to. Alin Toshka. Good looking cross. Well, the attack carried promise, but petered out. Pele, and he's broken free. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here. And we're underway again. This game very much over as a contest. Razvan Marin on the offensive, and the interception a good one by Cannavaro. Pull it. A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans. Well, it's an out-and-out pasting, 6-0. Kirikesh. Over the touchline for a throw-in. Time for a change then. Can they convert? And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, having scored two, he's going to get the hat-trick at some point, you feel. He's just so full of confidence. Never looked like missing.
Well, let's take another look at that goal, shall we? Razvan Marin. Not a good pass. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. He's in here. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest. It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. We're now inside the final 20 minutes of the game. Well, they keep working away, looking for an opening. Nikolai Stanciu. Real need to get rid of it. And Schmeichel will take that all day long. Rudhurit. Giggs now. Giggs. It should be. And putting his body on the line. Player in the way again. Just 10 minutes to go. They've decided that now is the time to go to the bench. Nikolai Stanciu. Banku. That's not a bad ball. And the no-nonsense clearance. Pele threading it through. And there is the goal! He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, here's the replay. Super fast counter-attack football at its best. And then through on goal. Do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
Stanciu. And Maxime with it. A creative look about this. Cannavaro wins the ball. This looks promising. Possession changes hands, the interception there. Well, taking into account all the stoppages, 2 minutes to be added on. Well, nothing productive, really. Razvan Marin. Well, there goes the whistle for full time, and a night for the home fans to savour. 3 points in the bag. One man the focus of attention. The competition's top marksman. Stay with us on EA TV as he tries for more. And a warm welcome on what is an ideal night for football, you've got to say. I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback Lee Dixon. And we have group stage action from the Cup coming up for you. This should be high-intensity stuff, Lee.
Yeah, it's important you're consistent throughout these group stages. You can't afford any slip-ups, no drop points. As before you know it, you're out the running. Anticipating a really good game today, Derek. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
Just knocking it around, looking to carve out a chance. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. And he's in. Surely. In it goes. That will do nicely for starters. First goal of the game. So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Bednarek. Lewandowski. Now Krychowiak. This is Robert Lewandowski. That strong play here on the shielding front. Well, he made sure there was absolutely no way through. And on the basis of that effort, quite clearly, he's not wearing his shooting boots at the moment.
Well, it was a strong effort, used his laces, but screwed it well off target.
Essien. Well, back when the teams were drawn into groups, no one expected the home side tonight to struggle quite as much in this section. Has eyes for goal! Oh, my goodness! What an outrageous hit! I can't believe he took it on from there, and neither can the goalkeeper. So 2-0 now. Lewandowski. And the flag does go up. Must have been close. Essien. Pele. Dalglish now. Well, terrific defending to stop them progressing. Karol Świderski. Kamil Glik. Świderski. Klich. Krychowiak. Well, he likes to run at them. Dangerous looking attack. Oh, potential danger. Mateusz Klich. And the cross is very much on. Well, under no real pressure as he brought the ball down.
As you can see, the visitors haven't had too much of the ball. But again, we've seen it before.
Oh, big chance! Well, he saw the whites of the keeper's eyes and the whites of his outstretched gloves. Great goalkeeping.
Well, he's denied a certain goal there. Great reflexes from the keeper.
Maciej Rybus. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Well, that's a splendid piece of challenging. Essien. And Pele on the ball. Pele! Well, he had designs on a double, but the goalkeeper wasn't having it.
Well, he did better than the first time, the goalkeeper. What a save that is.
Gullit. Unable to keep the ball. Szymański. Now Krychowiak. Oh, what an opportunity. Has a go. In it goes. A 3-goal cushion. This is astonishing stuff. Blistering first half display, and just look at that score. The first half here comes. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. Pele. They do pass the ball with authority. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there? The crossbar got in the way. The goalkeeper miles out of position. What a miss, you've got to say.
Well, that space the goalkeeper gave him there, it's a present, it's like Christmas.
Essien. Plenty of options. Pele. And he's through here. Still a chance. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Essien. The inside route looks promising. Easy save. Maciej Ribus. Krychowiak. Krychowiak. Arkadiusz Milik. Now what can they do from here? Crisp tackling. He's given us away. And we're inside the final 30 minutes. Krychowiak. Zielinski. Now Krychowiak. Well, they keep the ball moving. Lewandowski. Getting forward. And after the cross, a tremendous block. Needs to clear it away. He's got the right idea with that pass. That is goalkeeping of the highest order and of the bravest order as well.
Well, it's not all about tipping balls over the bar and round the post. It's about being brave and diving at players' feet.
Arkadiusz Milik. Now Krychowiak. Lewandowski. And space to cross it. However, a well thought out piece of defending. And he's fired over the corner. Fine goalkeeping to push that away. Lewandowski. Zielinski. Clearance from Baresi. And Lewandowski waiting. A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans. No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Kenny Dalglish. Well, he's allowed his opponent to get past him. Possession given away, unfortunately. Lewandowski. Now Krychowiak. Arkadiusz Milik. Real chance. Oh, that's textbook goalkeeping. It'll be a corner. And now the delivery. The keeper was up to the task.
Well, it's a decent effort, but it's a real opportunity goes begging there.
Well read to ease the pressure. Making progress. Teammates in the middle. Not far away at all with the volley.
Well, to catch it like that, you've got to have really good technique. And oh, so close.
And just the 1 minute left in normal time here. Krychowiak. Well, there goes the final whistle. And it's all gone to plan for the visiting fans. 3 points for them.
Well, with the